Hey, beloved brothers and sisters, it's Anya here in Philadelphia. So I thought I'm just gonna do a check-in with you. And this is what I'm gonna tell you. Sorry about that. By the way, please find this man on YouTube. His name is James Block. And if you're looking for music to listen to, I found it through someone whom I definitely support greatly, and that person's name is Jonathan, and he has a Bible code searching channel, and I suggest you go and look up some of his shows just alone from this year's videos on YouTube. His name is, again, first name Jonathan. The name of his channel is The Code Searcher. And I think he's his own, I believe he has his own website, The Code Searcher. And he always plays James Block's music. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful music. He basically, by listening to that music, it helps your prayer. I suggest you use that music, for example, by celebrating your 7th day of the week. But remember, one thing I'm going to tell you before I'm going to get to a little briefing here with what has happened to me with last week when I told you I'm being ramped. Always, first of all, always please go read my description, video descriptions, not the comments, video descriptions. That's where I leave my messages, and where I leave, or I may describe in there what is going on, or what has happened, or what's up, or what I really meant to say. Even if the message seems scattered in a video, forgive me. You must understand how some of us are treated physically, spiritually, mentally, and even sexually in many cases. What you take for granted, beloved brother or maybe sister, I don't. My life has a whole new meaning especially when I became aware that there's only God, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, Satan and his demons. Even when you say, I don't believe in anything, that doesn't concern me. Whatever. Or you think you're some other religion. It doesn't matter. Satan has hundreds of different names, and that's the satanic religions, like New Age religions, that are all disguised under, Vishnas and Lamus. I don't know the names, okay? Or they're disguised under the teachings and names of fallen angels. That's still a satanic religion. You're still serving Satan. I don't care what they tell you it is. I don't care what it makes you feel like. It's called a kundalini spirit that attached to your spine. It probably has dug out into your spine, drilled into your spine. And the rest went into you through, if you're a woman, through your, vaginal canal. It's not fun to get them out. If you are Christian and you've done New Age stuff, you must be delivered from your demons, New Age demons. And you definitely have a legion. But that's not what I'm speaking to here. We all have them. Even after you get delivered, you're gonna, listen, it is a work in progress. Remember, YASHUA, Jesus Christ, a third of his ministry was about casting out devils, binding them and casting them out. He said in the New Testament, right? Cleanse your temple, clean your temple, meaning what? Temple is our body, right? We all know that. Remember, enemy has many names. And recently it came to my attention that one of the enemy's names is even the name restrainer. Remember, the Satanic copies our Father, Yahweh, Most High God, and his son, Yahshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, is God in the flesh. He copied Jesus, Yahshua, in the flesh over everything. All that was holy, all that has even 5-pointed stars originally is not as, do you understand? It was not a satanic symbol. If you learn and study and you believe that the earth is a plane and we live under a firmament, which the proof of firmament is in Psalm, for example, 148, 150. Please go read it. And then all through the first book of Psalmody, I believe within the first 20 psalms, you see 2 or 3 psalms that refer to the firmament being Yahweh's handiwork, and how it speaks there. David praises him for assigning stars to each specific place. Use psalmody for spiritual warfare. That's what I still do till this day, until I learn and memorize, especially Psalm 91, 23, and then verses upon verses upon verses. You must memorize verses, because Jesus Christ is returning very soon. We will be blessed with supernatural blessings and miracles and protections, as we already are, now even more. But I do believe that before we leave in a rapture, because we are called witnesses in the Bible, right? We therefore will be witnesses to the illegal prosecution of the devil, not only to us on the individual level at home, in our in our privacy, where we have no one to talk to, because they will lock us up in Looney Tunes, and then we're gonna be tortured in an enclosed building or a room. And today, if you go to psychiatric wards, every third or fourth person says, "I see devils, I see demons," and these people are like, "Oh, you just have schizophrenia." No, there is no such thing as schizophrenia. These people really do see devils, demons, because there's a demonic entity that repossessed their optical nerves, possibly hyaloid canal, which is within your eye. Which, by the way, your eyeball represents what? The whole entire earth, and us living under the firmament. The hyaloid canal is the narrow path that we all as Christians are seeking. We must find for. Right now, you see a lot of Christians falling out. Why? Because they don't want to hear that there's judgments coming, even though half the earth is what? A third of the earth, as the scripture says, is burning right now. A third is on fire, a third is flooded. Soon there will be, a third of earth must die soon. I'm not saying we are in the seals, we're not. But let me tell you, all of this will happen very fast. First, remember our seals, then are the trumpets. You've been hearing a lot of trumpets lately, right? Remember still that their enemy still has its agenda. Yes, Father always has to honor the enemy's witchcraft, because he's a righteous judge. But we are his beloved children, and you therefore are to be afraid of nothing. You're to pray, use psalmody in the scripture. All scripture is for spiritual warfare. Even if it sounds like it doesn't, guess what? Then it definitely is. And probably in the Bible code, it probably means something extremely important if you think that it doesn't. For example, Song of Solomon, all the songs, is especially for the bride of Christ, to be used daily for spiritual warfare. If you feel like you're assaulted, or if you're an elect, or if you're just simply a woman, feminine body parts are described there, head to toe. Do you understand? A fountain, a garden is your privates. I thought it was the fountain, but it turns out fountain is here, the eyes. Listen, you must understand. Then you have the mountain ranges. Those are your breasts. The valleys, that's your back. Do you understand what I mean? You have to use the entire scripture. Do not underestimate a verse. His word is powerful. Even if you add on to that the name of YASHUA, you will be okay. So last week, listen to this. The whole COVID agenda with the devil is this, that he can at any point in time, and it's a fact, I went through this from the beginning to an end. They couldn't get me sick. With witchcraft, these witches, warlock, wizards, serving Satan, and these demons, fallen angel. So they send out demons that literally pierced my nose, right here, nasal cavities, and they were piercing my throat. I had these 8 devils hanging on me around my neck, literally pulling me, drilling through it, like a 8-pointed stars, like a star of Ishtar, the Queen of Heaven star, and that's a Satan star. Plus he adds on to it a crescent moon, and that's another symbol for Satan. Anyway, so they falsified my attack, my side effects. So I sound sick, but I'm not sick. And let me tell you, they can easily falsify everything